Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Today we have an awesome diecast in the studio. It is Kevin Harvick's final primary paint scheme, the Busch Light Ford Mustang. Holy cow, is this the end of an era. Kevin Harvick and Busch Beer, which, you know, they're the same company as Budweiser. This has been a partnership that has been around since 2011 when Pennzoil went to Penske. Wow. End of an era, because they're going over to Trackhouse Racing, which I hope that they take this exact same paint scheme and put it on the #1 Chevrolet Camaro, because this paint scheme is so beautiful. Look at the silver. This is going to be an incredible diecast review, and of course the box does have that unique Forever a Champion. If you're a Harvick fan and you have not picked up this diecast, don't be the jabroni that misses out. Get it while you can, brother. Let's go ahead and check it out. Alrighty folks, right out of the good old box, and check out this diecast. Not only does it have a silver metallic Coors Light almost-esque paint job, you also have this brushed blue aluminum effect to it. What it really is, it's like a transparent blue decal, and it lays over that silver, so it gives it that blue tinted silver, and holy cow, man. Look, I don't drink alcohol, but man, this thing is like a frosty, cool looking Busch Light Ford Mustang. Oh my goodness, man. I don't care who you are, brother. You got to get this diecast in your collection. It's Harvick's final year. This will not be in the authentic side. I'm like 98% sure. And if it was, it would have to be a limited or exclusive deal, because, I mean, in theory, they could put it in the winner circle line because they have a diecast base with it, and they could just put it on a clip strip on the alcohol aisle. That way they could get away with selling it. If you don't know what a clip strip is, it's on the the aisle, and it's on a little rack or little bar, and it just hangs down while you're shopping. Anyways, enough of that retail jargon, but my point is they could technically put this in the winner circle line, but I highly doubt they will. You've got Busch Light right there on the hood. The end of the really a long partnership with Kevin Harvick. You have this unbelievable silver and brushed blue aluminum style to it. I mean, my gosh, I mean, out of all the next-gen paint schemes, this has got to be top 5. It is such a great looking paint scheme. I don't think it gets nowhere near enough love. I really don't. If you have never seen this diecast in hand, you would just, you're flabbergasted. It's just unbelievable. Got the #4 right there, Sunoco Ford. You got the Mustang Pony. It does come with a diecast base. You have to remove that with a special screwdriver and stuff. Be careful. A little, I guess you could call it a heads up. I have seen a couple times, or at least once, that someone actually took the base off these things, and or they were trying to like crack it and twist it off, and it actually broke the chassis of the car itself. Now, they might have got unlucky and got a weak piece of plastic. My point is that if you do this, be careful, because these plastic bases, there's not a lot of grooves, meaning it can crack maybe a little easier. It could be a different type of plastic in years past where it might be stronger. So just be careful if you do take these things off. The plastic can be very sharp and stuff. Definitely don't need fans getting hurt taking cars apart. Now, one thing I've noticed is there's no Subway logo on here, I don't think. Did Subway drop them for 2023? That's sad if that's the case. I got Goodyear right there. That logo is botched. You can't really see the background of it because of the silver effect. I wish they would have put a thin line around that. That would have been a little bit better. Let's get a closer look at this car. I'm telling you, man, if this is not in your online shopping basket for your diecast shopping needs over there at Circle B, I don't know what you're doing, brother. You get Kevin Harvick right there on the side rail. Got Ford, Mobile One, Haas, Hunt Brothers Pizza, and Rush Truck Centers on the B post. Of course, this car is going to Josh Berry in 2024. You got Gear Wrench Busch. Love how they take the whole side panel of this car. You got Mobile One, Haas, what is that? Pristine Auctions, and Hunt Brothers Pizza. I have no earthly idea why some of the logos have a blue outlining. I don't know. I think that's just a Lionel thing. The paint job, though, is freaking just unbelievable. And look at the detail in the back, the little blue mountains. Freaking awesome. Busch Light right there. Ford #4. And again, the weird outlining for the Mobile One decal. Again, have no idea why, because the car is painted silver. You could see the blue there. Or you can see the silver. There's no blue. Meaning that the blue is decal. So there's no reason why this should have a blue outlining to it. Unbelievable looking car. NASCAR 75th anniversary. Will he win a race in his final year? I have no idea. He has, as the time of this video, he has about 12 races left in his NASCAR career. Think about that for a second. Every Sunday, every Saturday, it just seemed like we got to see Kevin Harvick for 2 decades. He got 12 left. I mean, I still think, and I'm like, Jeff Gordon retirement wasn't that long ago. It was 2015, his final full-time season. Brother, that's almost 9 years ago. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast it goes. And it's just, you know, I'm not really a Kevin Harvick fan, to be honest with you. I was a fan of him when he drove the Chevys at Stewart-Haas Racing, and when he was at Childress, I was a fan of Harvick. But after the Chase Elliott situation, I was like, I don't know. But I hope that he wins a race. I think that would be good for the sport, just to see him win one more time. But I just don't think he's going to. I hope it ages like milk, but I mean, you look at Stewart-Haas Racing across the board, you know, not to get off topic, but it is kind of interesting how as soon as Tony Stewart wanted to sign Kyle Larson in the, you know, the 2020 late season going into the offseason, in 2021, Stewart-Haas Racing is completely winless with the 4-car. Keep in mind, they almost won the championship in 2020. They won like 9 races. Yes, they pooped the duck in the playoff and didn't make the Final Four. But they didn't do nothing in 2021 for the 4-car, right? After dominating the last 3 years. Eric Almirola won. 14-car, didn't do nothing with Briscoe. And then, of course, you had the 41 of Cole Custer, didn't do nothing. They went from winning 9 races in this car in 2020 to winning 1 race at New Hampshire in 21. And you look at 2022, yes, Briscoe won. Yes, Harvick won back-to-back. Yes, we know that. But it is kind of interesting. The moment that Tony Stewart wanted Kyle Larson to drive one of his cars and Ford said no, it seems like the Stewart-Haas Racing team, in terms of equipment, has fell back significantly. Is that a connection? Is that a coincidence? Is that a theory? I don't know. But it is kind of interesting. Like 2020 Kevin Harvick is like, you know, it's just a completely different zip code. And then you look at 2021 and it's like, what the biff happened? I don't know. We've seen that historically in NASCAR history. Look, 2014 Matt Kenseth nearly wins a championship at 13, won 7 races, I believe. Did nothing in 2014. Carl Edwards, you look at, you know, 2000 and, what was it, 2008 or 2009, he won like 9 races and then he didn't win nothing the next year. And then, oh, by the way, he nearly wins a championship in 2011. So it happens in the sport, but I can't say there's not a connection there. You know, Ford was unhappy with Stewart, or Stewart's unhappy with Ford. I don't know. In my honest opinion, I think Stewart-Haas Racing should switch manufacturers to Dodge or something. Because what I feel like is going to happening right now is Penske's number 1 in the Ford camp. I think Roush is becoming the second tier at the manufacturers at Ford in terms of their factory support teams. Stewart-Haas Racing was either tied with Penske or number 1 for a number of years because they're a 4-car team. They got a lot of investment there. They're definitely 3rd on the board right now. And why that's relevant is that if they switch manufacturers, you go to Dodge. Wow, you're number 1 from that manufacturer. You're going to get the A-list equipment. You're going to get the A-list support. You're not having to wait for Roush and Penske or whoever to get their crap first. Because they're clearly not getting the best equipment. I'm just keeping it real. They're just clearly not getting it. Maybe all this ages like milk. Maybe they have a great playoffs, but it's definitely an end of an era in the sport. But I will say, though, I'm glad that Busch is staying around in NASCAR for 2024. I'm assuming they're going to go with the Busch, you know, as their sponsor and not go back to Budweiser. I'd be okay with Budweiser back in the sport, but highly recommend this car. Enough of me ranting about everything except the diecast. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Have a great one, everybody. God bless. Diecastbuffet signing off.